Hello, and welcome to the Law of Attraction for Writers podcast. I'm Suzanne Lieurance, and today I'm going to talk about becoming a writer who finishes. So have you ever noticed how easy it is to start a writing project? I mean, you get a new idea and it's exciting, right? And you can't wait to begin. But then life gets busy, doubt creeps in, and pretty soon another idea comes along. And before long, you have a folder full of unfinished manuscripts and a growing belief that maybe you're just someone who starts things but doesn't finish them. Now, if that sounds familiar, I want you to know something. Finishing isn't a personality trait. It's an identity you choose. So today, let's talk about becoming a writer who finishes. So the law of attraction responds to the identity you consistently live from. If you keep telling yourself or other people, I'm terrible at finishing manuscripts or finishing books, then your mind begins looking for evidence to prove that statement true. But what happens if you begin saying, I'm becoming a writer who finishes what I start? Well, your attention changes, and then your decisions change, and your daily actions begin to match the identity you've chosen. You don't become a finisher after you complete your next book. You become a finisher the moment you decide that's who you are, and you begin acting accordingly. So let's take a deeper look, because many writers believe motivation is what helps them finish, but I don't think that's true, because motivation comes and goes, but identity lasts. Think about someone who sees himself as a runner. They don't ask themselves every day whether they feel like running. They just run because that's who they are. The same is true for writers. When you begin identifying as someone who finishes, finishing becomes part of what you naturally do, even on days when you don't feel inspired. Now, I once worked with a writer who'd started, probably 5 manuscripts, and she hadn't finished any of them. She kept telling me, I just don't finish things. And I told her to stop saying that. Instead, every morning I had her write in her journal, I am becoming a writer who finishes what I start. Now, she said it felt awkward at first, but eventually something interesting happened. Instead of chasing new ideas every week, she stayed with one of those manuscripts, just one. And months later, she finished it. Now, it wasn't perfect, but it was a complete manuscript, and that changed the way she saw herself forever. So here's a practical writing exercise. I want you to just choose one writing project to finish, not 3 or 5, just one, and write the title of that project on a piece of paper and put it where you'll see it every day. Then ask yourself every morning, what is one thing I can do today to move this project closer to finished? Now, small steps repeated consistently create completed books, so that's what you need to do. So here's what you write again on paper, your weekly intention. I am becoming a writer who finishes what I start, 1 page, 1 chapter, 1 day at a time. So finishing isn't about writing faster than everyone else. You're not racing to a finish line. It's more about honoring the promise you made to yourself when you began. And every finished article, finished chapter, finished manuscript strengthens your confidence. And every finished project becomes evidence that you're exactly the kind of writer you believe yourself to be. So if you'd like to surround yourself with other writers who encourage one another to keep moving forward until the work is finished, then I invite you to join us inside Monday Morning Manifestors. We meet live every Monday on Zoom, and your manuscript includes my monthly digital magazine, Manifesting Monthly. And you can learn more about that at mondaymorningmanifestors.com or writebythesea.com. And if you'd like more articles, tips, and resources to help you learn to finish what you start, then just visit the homepage at writebythesea.com and just scroll down that homepage till you see our pillar page called How to Be a Writer Who Finishes, and then just click on that and you'll see all kinds of material to help you learn how to become a finisher. Now, next week we're going to talk about protecting your creative energy. So until then, keep writing, keep believing, and most importantly, keep finishing. Talk to you next week.